Good morning, Facebook friends and family. How are you doing this morning? I hope everyone is doing all right and everyone slept very good. Today I'm a little early today because I got a very busy day today. And so today I want to talk to you about how to have a woman be powerful or how she is powerful. So I'm be coming from a scripture. Now, let me set this thing up right quick. There's a couple of things that I need you to understand when it comes to becoming a powerful woman to a guy or any guy, really. This can be your husband, this can be your fiance, this can be you as an individual trying to find a relationship. And this applies specifically for those who are single. This really applies. Now, when I talk to you, a lot of times I talk to you as a psychiatrist, but in this case, I'm not going to talk to you from a man's point of view at all. I'm going to be coming from a woman's point of view onto her son, and as a psychiatrist, I'm going to give it to you in a psychological way, but it comes from the woman. Now, if you haven't guessed already, this is called the virtuous woman. For those who are in the Bible or in Christians, and even if you're not, let's use it as a textbook to learn. Go to Proverbs 31, and this is the virtuous woman. What I want to do is not give you the scriptures. What I want to do is extract what the mother is saying to her son about the type of woman for her son. Now, keep in mind, the woman is an actual queen. So when you ladies talk about I'm a queen, no, let's back this up. This woman is an actual queen talking to her son, who is an actual prince. And in context, the prince is being taught how to find what we call the virtuous woman. Now, ladies, keep in mind the profession of the guy only matters in one sense, in how he can provide the lifestyle. How he works, he makes money, and what money is a provision of a certain lifestyle. So if he is $23 an hour, then he's only going to provide that type of money. Now, keep in mind, we're in a time, an economic time, in today's time, where guys don't care that the women make more money. They don't care that you have a higher education. They only care and hate that you make more money and you put it in his face. Or you have more money and education and you put it in his face. So I'm going to show you how not to do that and how to be a virtuous woman or a powerful woman, and extracting the information that a woman is teaching her son. Let's go into this. I'm going to turn the camera around, talk about each thing, and then I'll flip it back around, and then I'll talk about each thing. All right, let's go. So the virtuous woman. So in context, so it doesn't matter if you're 44, 34, or 29. Every last woman here, it applies. You can be a virtuous woman. This comes out of Proverbs 31. We're going to do in 10:13, but don't worry about that. Like I said, I'm not giving you scriptures. I'm giving you the content. The key thing, ladies, is strategic in her actions, and serving is power. I'm really going to address that, so be mindful. Man's match the woman. We'll talk about these scriptures here. And then the woman, we're going to talk about trusting, works, family, self, and attitude. All right. So these are what we're going to talk about. I'm going to be looking on the board. So again, later I'll put that back up so you guys can see that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, strategic in her actions. There's a key thing in what the mother's doing to her son. She's not leaving her son to his own ability of finding the woman. She's being very strategic. And you need to understand, when you're in a relationship, single people, when you're in a relationship, it has to be strategic. Do not leave a relationship to chance of an emotion or a feeling of love. There is nothing in the scriptures about love except after you get married. In Titus, it talks about older women teach the younger women how to love their husbands. But that's after you're married. If you're getting married, want to get married, or even whatever, you need to realize it's all strategic. Okay. So in what I'm about to say, you have to be in the mindset of strategic. If you're married, how do you fix your relationship? You have to get strategic. If you're single, how do you get a relationship? Strategic. Okay. Serving is power. Ladies, you're going to have an issue with this thing. For some reason, history tells you that you should not be a servant. Well, let me tell you what a servant is. A servant is someone does something for someone and asks for nothing back or in return. That's a servant. What I'm asking you to do is, the serving is power. You have to ask for something back. Now, in context, what am I talking about? There's an old motivational speaker a long time ago who said, if you give someone what they need, they will give you what you need. Well, in that context, if I serve someone and give them what they need, but I have to now ask for them to give me what I need. So there's a power position, not a serving position, even though it is or servant position, but it is a serve. I give you something first, and because I give it to you, it's just human nature. It's not that it's required, but it's a human nature issue that if I give you something, you're going to feel, well, maybe I should give you something, but then I'll ask what I want back. That becomes power, not a servant. So be mindful. When I say serve, I'm not talking about servant. I'm talking about you taking strategic actions and serving with a purpose that is, in context, power. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Good. Okay, so the first thing in this virtuous woman, if you was to go to Proverbs 31, like I said, this is not religion. This is education. So use the text as an education point of view. We're looking in chapter 31, but verse 11 and 12, it talks about safely trust. Safely trust. Her husband safely trust her. And then she does good. She does good all the days of her life. It doesn't matter if you're married, single, engaged, whatever. If your man does not trust you, and likewise, it works both ways. It doesn't matter what you do. You won't have a relationship. When there's no trust, there is no relationship. Now, in scripture, the mom is teaching. It's not just trust. It's the trust aspect of when I'm around, she's acting this way. When I'm not around, she's acting the same way. There's no distinction, no difference in how she acts. And I can trust her. I can safely trust her. And I'm telling you, as a psychiatrist, there is nothing faster to get rid of your relationship, and that is to be in the relationship that you don't have trust in it. So the first thing I really want you to be mindful of in all relationships, trust is the number one issue. Now, how is trust defined? To some guys, the trust is defined of communication. In some guys, the trust is defined in how you look. In some guys, is how you act out towards your friends, their friends, and so on and so forth. Every guy has an issue or a past trauma or issues from history that would dictate his comfort zone of today's time. Some guys act out in the context of calling you all the time, not because they're that kind of guy, but because his past history, he may have been traumatized of a certain way, and he's reacting in this way now. So be mindful of how he acts, because all he's really trying to do is find you trusting or trustworthy. So if you can establish trust, that is the key. How do you establish trust if you're in a relationship already? You sit down and ask them, what can I do to build your trust? What can I do to have your trust? If you're trying to build a relationship, it's very simple. You ask them, what is the type of woman to ask for your trust? What can I do to establish your trust? It's communication. It's that simple. But the problem in communication is sometimes you hear it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're like, whatever, I'm going to still do my own thing. Sometimes, all it is communications. Hey, Kelly, what's going on, girl? All right, so, but I'm just helping you understand. If you want to have a serious relationship, and from single to get into marriage, and from marriage and have longevity, you better establish trust. And it's on both ends. I'm not just picking on you ladies. I'm just saying you're the initiator. You're the one who's going to take a man and he trusts you. Give him what he wants or needs. He'll give you what you need. So if you establish the trust, honey, do you trust me? Yes, I trust you. This is what I need for you to do so I can trust you. And to say, if I love you or respect you, I'm willing to adjust to build your trust. So it's give and take. Serving is power, remember. Okay, so once you establish trust in the relationship, the next thing is work. All guys, and I don't care what they say, all guys want to work. They want to make enough money to provide for you ladies. But I'm here to tell you, some guys, if they have that attitude of, I'm the man, go see me, and I'm working, you stay at home. If they have the attitude, you have to be strategic and say, honey, I want a Bentley. I don't want you to give me a Bentley, but what if I go part-time and work and I can get my own Bentley? Or you have to be strategic to the mindset of the guy. And then you have to give him what he needs. Honey, instead of taking all your money, and I know you're doing good, and I know you're making a lot of money, and I know you're providing, and you're doing a great job providing, but I think I want this. Do you mind if you help me get this? Now, again, you're serving, but you're not serving. You're asking, and he's going to give you, and you get what you want. That's power. So work it out. Now, you have other guys who just simply don't care. And for me personally, this is my you have to work, because my past history says if you don't work, then the devil's mind is going to lead to chaos and, whatever. So work, ladies. Some of you work as simple. Some of you work in complex jobs. The job part doesn't matter to a guy. What does matter is the fact that you and him work together. Don't say it's mine. If you say it's ours, don't say it's me. Just say it's us. It's a we thing. I'm here to help you. Now, if he is lower than you and he has insecurities, that's an insecurity issue. You can't change that. There's nothing you should adjust for that. He's just insecure. Sorry for it, just the way it is. You just got to deal with the guy, or he's got to adjust or get rid of him. But point is, that's the way it is. All right, sorry for tearing. I'm kind of thirsty this morning. All right, so work. You got to work. Family. You have to provide a certain type of family, or if you don't have a family, you have to provide the vision for the family. So for all you single ladies out there, and you're trying to, or you have a boyfriend or engaged, or you're whatever, the idea for a man, if you don't have a family, the idea of a man is the vision of the family, not necessarily the family itself. Now, what do I mean by that? A single woman has a child, and she's trying to date a guy. And he's, in his mind, he's thinking, I got a woman, she has a child, and my job is to try to provide for that. Well, that's in his mind. You're to help him beyond that. Don't give him, you got to pay my bills, you got to get my nails, my hair, and all of this. Don't give him a right here, right now. A virtuous type woman gives him a vision. Honey, do we want kids? No. Do we not want kids? Yes. Okay, however that works. Then give a vision of how that family looks in the future. Honey, in 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, the kids should be about this age. This is what I think we should be around about looking like. What do you think? See, and then you guys, that's a goal. That's a vision. The vision has a goal, and now you guys are working. So he's not thinking right here, right now. He's thinking now long term, and he's thinking when things happen, he's not going to panic right here, right now. He's going to continuously move forward. Now, even if you're in a relationship, the family structure is still there. So ladies, you have to go and give him a vision, your vision of what tomorrow should look like. And then you're supposed to help him within that. Now, the scripture talks about how she goes to get the food and serves the people and the kids and all of that, which is fine. But my point is, if you take care of the family, the primary take care of the family, and he's in part of the family, if you take care of him, the children, and the family, then he's going to help you with that vision. If you give him what he needs, he will give you what you need. Okay, and it's strategic. Here's another one, ladies. Self. You have to go work out. It doesn't matter if you're looking like a model or not looking like a model. It doesn't matter if you're, it doesn't matter. If a guy finds you attractive, he finds you attractive. You can't argue that. If he finds you attractive, then he finds you attractive. The key is the self part is healthiness. A guy wants to know that you're working out to be healthy. Healthy says healthy woman, healthy baby, healthy woman, healthy future. So if you're taking care of yourself, and it doesn't matter how big or how small you are, because in big and small, you got problems. So the problem is not how big or small. If the guy finds you attractive, it's to express a vision of healthiness. That's the self part, working out in the scriptures. If you give him the vision that you're working out and you're healthy, then that gives him the comfortable feeling that kids is going to be healthy, future is going to be healthy, and that's all he really cares about is present and future. Okay, something to work towards. Now, the last one is attitude. She in scripture talks about how this the woman for the prince helps the poor and needy. Her mouth is of wisdom, and her tongue is kind and law and kindness. In kindness. The key with attitude is you have to be a team player. If you're independent, be independent in your profession. But when it comes to a certain kind of guy, you have to be a team player. And in being a team player, show him that you're not about self. Show him that you're about taking care of the family, 1, taking care of the poor, 2, and taking care of the needy, 3. If he sees that attitude, that is who you are, and I'm not talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving, that's nice, but we're talking about the character of the woman. The character of the woman is the nature of taking care and providing for the people. Now, again, the attitude that is scripturally based is the attitude for the prince. He's to take care of the people. He needs a woman also willing to help and take care of the people and not be concerned about herself or being selfishness. So the attitude of the woman plays a big part. Now, keep in mind, the attitude is exterior. How does she act towards someone else? The trust is, how do I work with my mate? So there's 2 parts of your exterior showing. It's How do I have my mate trust me? And how do I go out and help the needy and the poor? That's the exterior. I'm working out and I'm taking care of myself because I just want to be healthy. I take care of my family because I'm a family woman and he's part of my family. I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to go to work, not because I'm independent, but I'm going to go to work because we're inclusive in working together for a common vision, which gives us our goal. Trust is established on both ends. This is what I need you to do to trust. If I give you that, please give me this. That's established in trust. And you do good to each other all the days of your life. If you do that, just that, with a little strategic in your actions, there is no one you cannot get. And I know a lot of ladies are not going to like this, but don't worry about them. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter what the man's profession. He can be a garbage man. He can be a businessman, doctor, lawyer. It doesn't matter. All guys are looking for what I just expressed. If you do it, ladies, in a strategic action position, if you serve with a powerful position of power, there is nothing you can't have. There's nothing you can't get. There is nothing. And the reason you don't have it is because of you, not because it's not out there. There's a lot of good guys out there. The problem is there's not a lot of good ladies out there. So let's go back. I'm going to turn the camera around. And so I'll show you again what I went over. All right. So again, this applies to 44, 34, or 29. It doesn't matter. We talked about the virtuous woman. We came out of scripture. Use it as a text if you're not a Christian. Strategic in her actions and serving is power is what we refer to. Now, man, we didn't talk about that. Don't worry about that. Give a strength. Husband is known in the family, so it's all about family when it comes to the husband in the match, but the woman is the key. The highlight, these are all the scriptures right here. You can look those up later. But we talked about trust is the big one. We also talked about work, family, self, and attitude. So, again, I say, and I don't know if you heard it or not, but the truth is, there are a lot of good guys out there. But the good guys are looking for these things in a woman. He will love these things in a woman if she is beautiful to him. See, and this is the disconnection with you ladies. You think sex, I'm pointing because of that other woman. Sex is how do you get the man? No. Sex, you can get a lot of men because you get them because they're horny. And all guys want to have sex. Fine. You got him because he wants sex. Now, are you trying to trap him with the sex? You hook him with the sex. Then you're trying to trap him with the sex. And when he leaves you because he got the sex, then you complain and cry all the time. And trust me, I've been doing this 19 years. But if you give a man trust, if you give a man you work, and you work with him, you give a man family, you're a family-oriented woman, and you love family. If you give a man self, I'm not the perfect model, but I'm healthy, I'm trying to stay healthy. If you give a man an attitude that you're helping the poor and the needy, and you're wise, and your tongue is law and kindness, if you give a man that, and he likes you, shit, there ain't nothing you can't get. That is what we call a virtuous woman. And that, even in today's time, is what we're still looking for. So ladies, for you single ladies who are out there saying there's no good man, that's not true. That's not true. I consider myself a good man, and I'm looking for that still, right? Right? And there are a lot of guys. Now, again, vice versa. You can get a guy who's looking for that. He may not be the most attractive guy to you. As long as he's attractive, maybe not the most attractive, but then go work out with him. Healthy, take care of self, you take care of him. That's family. So self and family is combining. Work together. Attitude, be kind to him, help him out, be law, but still be kind in your lawness. Um, and then trust. If you establish trust, I'm telling you, if you give him what he needs, trust, a woman who works, a woman who's a family, a woman who likes to stay healthy, and a woman who has a nice attitude, and he likes how he sees you, if you give him what he needs, he will give you what you need. And that is not a servant position. That is strategic in its nature, in action, but it's also serving with power. I hope you understand and respect. And look, I don't care about none of that. If you want to have power, this is what you need to do to find a good man. Or to, if you have a man, to establish the man. But that's all I got to say for today. I'm doing it kind of early because I got a long day, and I really wanted to take time to help you guys out continuously as much as I can to give you some insight on how to have a good and better and loving relationships out there. There are a lot of people who are struggling, and I understand that. 19 years, okay, I got that. But let me give back to you guys and help you as much as I can to get to a better relationship. So share this with your friends and family, and I will appreciate every comment that you give me. I'm willing to talk it out offline. So email me and all of that good stuff. All right? I'll talk to you later. Have a great, great day. I think the sun is going to be out. I don't know. I'm going to be inside all day. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.